Okay, Lord's will, we should be back. Should be all right. Lord's will, YAHAWAH. Okay, so I was reading Revelation 13 and 16. If it does it again, as long as you can hear me, I don't really care if you can see me. It's not that important. So Revelation 13 and I was at 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had that the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And I was saying that people were scoffing at the fact that the scriptures say that you're going to actually receive a physical mark. Okay, it's going to be some sort of stigma, some sort of brand that you're actually going to physically take. It's not sin. It's not talking about something spiritual. Okay, it's talking about a physical mark where it's going to be the determining factor of whether or not you can buy or sell. Okay, that's talking about the RFID microchip, right? Okay, why do you think that Esau not worried about us saying that it's an embargo or it's white women or anything like that? But when brothers mentioned, and that might have been it. That might have been what glitched my shit out. Shalom akwab. That might have been what glitched my other live. Is when I mentioned that then Esau want to take it down. And they push out a lot of medical misinformation. Disinformation is a new word recently that they've been using in recent years, dealing with the whole C19 shit. Disinformation to villainize us that much more. Okay? They're pushing back hard. That's proving that, okay, they're saying something true. They're saying something that holds weight. Otherwise, they wouldn't be touched like that. Okay? But because the apostles and elders brought that truth out, that's why they're going against it so hard. That's why they're pushing back so hard. Okay? Oh, they don't want to track you. They don't want to put a chip in your hand or your head. Even I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a bit far-fetched. Like, I wonder what the head part is going to be like. Right? When I was younger in the faith. You know? But I knew it was that RFID here. Then when the Neuralink shit came out with Elon Musk, and that just proved, yeah, hey man, you will not believe it, although it be told to you, right? But it is what it is. Ain't nothing too far fetching, nothing too hard for the Lord. That just shows you people, you know, it's gonna get crazy, and people are still going to accept it. They're still gonna go along with it, as crazy as it is. Shalom, brother Azaria, Yahawashi, Naosha, Bashim, Kakarash, Brakata. You know? So that proved right there, that Neuralink shit, that proved right there that there is going to be brain chips. And they already got it working. Then we're coming more into this AI stuff, right? These different AI videos, AI, artificial learning and intelligence and stuff like that. It's all it's falling like dominoes. It's all coming together, you know? Don't matter how crazy it sounds. It's supposed to sound crazy. It's supposed to sound far-fetched. But people are not supposed to believe it. They're supposed to be incredulous, showing us that, yeah, this is the truth. It is the truth. We're supposed to look like fools. We're supposed to look crazy. Showing how powerful the gift of faith is, right? Those that have gathered faith as a treasure. Lord's will, we're part of that number. The elect, as the underdogs, we're the ones that are about to get the ultimate vindication through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. The ultimate, wow, they was right. Ezekiel 33 and 33. When these things come to pass, not if. It's not a prediction. It's not a maybe. We have a more sure word of prophecy, which we are boldly confident in, right? When these things come to pass, as the scriptures say, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. But at that point, what then? What? It's going to be too late. The judgment already going to go out by then, right? The famine, the wars, the pestilences, the plagues, it's already going to be on your doorstep, man. The gates of mercy going already been closed by that point. If you're not an 11th or 12th hour Israelite, it's over for you. And even then, you may very well have to go through something to be proven at that point. You know, I was talking to the brother YAHAWAH about that. And we were like, maybe this just us speaking as men. Because if you got the word right now, you need to hold on to it and cherish it anyway. We ain't no 11th or 12th hour Israelites, right? But for those whose lot is to be 11th or 12th hour, the Lord bestows mercy upon them at that point in time, right? Having not did what we've been doing this whole time, but they're still going to receive that same penny as us. You know, they may have a different lot where they may have to be proven in grand fashion. They may have to be put through dire straits, you know. But it's all up to the spirit of God, Yahweh. It's all up to the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, it's just us speaking as men. You know, either way, we're all going to be tried. Either way, we're all going to be, you know, put to the test. It's going to be, because that's why it's called the hour of temptation. This is the last major prophecy right here. You know, going into that RFID hit being mandated, that's going to be the ultimate trial of everyone's faith. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. When they start persecuting, are you really Yahawashai's friend? Are you really standing stiffly for Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi? At that point in time, then we're really going to know if you're going to cave in and fold like a piece of paper, or if you're going to stand tall and stand strong. Okay? That hour of temptation is when that beast mark is put into play, and these things are set in motion. Because it's going to get real bad. You're going to have to trust Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You're going to have the utmost faith, you know. But so pursuant to the topic of the lesson, you know, speak life, be life. It's inspired by, you know, the beautiful brother Yawam from Charlotte. Paid us a visit, and the brother is very well versed, very knowledgeable through the spirit, dealing with the power of language, the power of words, the power of the ancient Hebrew, of our pure tongue, our pure holy language, right? So one thing that we were going into is, you know, that negativity shit. Always complaining, always talking down on yourself. Always saying, man, I feel like shit. I'm fucking through. I'm all messed up. It's some bullshit. I can't do this. That's something that people always say. You know, that's something that's rampant. You know, is people saying, just kill me, kill yourself. I can't. I just can't. I can't do this. That's normalized. And we don't even realize how powerful those words are and what those words do to you, what they do to your not only your mind, but your body too, physically. One thing the brother Yuan brought out, your body is made up of 70% water, right? And dealing with everything, it's all about energy. It's all about energy, electromagnetic vibrations. Everything's like electric. Everything is made up of pure energy. And as those elements are manipulated and harnessed, that's where things come to be. things come into fruition. But your body, that water is made up of certain chemicals, certain particles, certain, the shit on the periodic table that creates water, you know? So when and water takes on the form of whatever it is contained in. Like if you have water, you put water in a cup, the water is going to take on the shape of the cup, take on the form of whatever shape the cup is in. Or you spit on the ground, it's going to be in the shape of a puddle, If it's on like a flat surface, it's going to take some sort of shape, whatever. It's dependent on its environment, okay? And when you speak these words, this is why the scriptures say in Sirach 1. Let me grab this. The book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1. You already know where I'm going. And verse 1. Or Salaki, it's the prologue. So in the prologue of the wisdom of Yahawashi, the son of Sirach, and towards the middle it says, "Wherefore let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words which we have labored to interpret." And he was going to the Hebrew, dealing with the Hebrew, every character, every Hebrew letter is very intentional. There's so much intention behind it. The Lord was very deliberate in the creation of our language, right? Very deliberate in everything. But the language, the language really illustrates that to us. It really shows us how intentional the Most High is in all His works. Every letter has a meaning. It's in a particular shape as a representation of something. Like you go into the letter the first letter, right? It means first. It represents strength. The father of the house. Going into oxen. A strong, manful beast, right? So it represents the first, the head of the household, Ba, the second letter, it goes with right next to it, right? Ba, goes into Bayaf, or house, the household. It's maintained by the man, the head. Okay, it's ordered by the head. And I'm not even doing it justice, but just to show you, just to illustrate that to you, I may do a lesson going into it as I study it more. The brother gave me a chart, so to give you that visual, it'd be better for a sit down. But just on those few things that I mentioned, the Lord deliberately created. Because one thing the brother said, words build. Words build. In English or in any of these other bastard languages, you spell. And we ain't ever even thought about that. But what is spelling? What is a spell? That's casting magic, man. Okay, that's witchcraft. On a low level, Jake actually understands that. Even Jake in the world, because they be saying, when people say good morning, we say good morning all the time. We don't think nothing of it. That is something that Esau would say to us, right? Did you have a good morning? MOURNING. Because all the hell that we was catching, right? The death that we would suffer amongst each other, our brothers and sisters, families, separation. Then he come over to you and say, "Oh, good. Did you have a good morning?" And then Jake want to talk about grand rising, right? So that's only scratching the surface, right? In English, you have a lot of words that sound the same, but they're just spelled different. But when you're speaking it, you know, I mean, how can you discern a person's? You can only do so much when it comes to intent. When it comes to your intention, you can only do so much. But if you're still speaking, if you're still saying something wicked, you're still saying something that sounds just like a bad thing, okay? It's bad either way. It's messed up either way, right? Because your body, when you speak, you know, your body vibrates. You feel your voice throughout your whole body. When I'm speaking right now, I can feel the vibration of my voice from my head to my toes, right? Going into that water. See, a scientist conducted an experiment where he took water particles, you know, and put them under a microscope, and he would say different things to these different water particles. And the things, when he said positive things to those little water particles, they would like, "Oh, I love you. You're beautiful. You can do it. You're so great. Yes, you can." Things like that. Positive affirmations to the water particles. The water particles would, like, they would not crystallize, but they would form. They would take on a certain shape, a beautiful shape that looks like a snowflake, like a snow crystal or whatever. That's why I was thinking about the word crystallize. The water particles, and this is just water. When he said certain things to it, and this is the so-called white man's science study, okay? It's not his science, but it's his study that he conducted. Because science belongs to YAHAWAH and Yahawashi. Science is knowledge, right? So this is something that even Esau has studied and put out there to the world. But when the scientist said negative things to it, "You're ugly. You can't do it. You're bad. No, you can't make it. Die." Shit like that. The water would take on these like deformed, grotesque shapes, incomplete shapes, versus the positive ones that looked like beautiful, snowflakes with symmetry and a perfect pattern, right? So translate that over to your body, your brain, your mind, right? 70% water, okay? 70% water. So that's why the scriptures say, what? Let me grab that. This is why you have to speak life. This is Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Right? Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Death. What is death? For death, it came into the world in the first place because of what? Sin. And sin is transgression of the law. Right? So as we do things contrary unto the ways of Yahweh and Yahawashi, we're choosing death. We're speaking death. Okay? You're choosing negativity, and you're all messed up. Your mind is messed up. Every day you say, "Fuck this shit. I can't do this," and blah, blah, blah. Don't you understand? We're doing this for Yahawashi. And we've all been there. We all slip up. We all talk shit every now and then. Of course. I mean, we're in the flesh. And sometimes we're joking, and it's not a big deal. But you have to regulate that shit, and you have to rule your spirit, because too much of that, and you're gonna really be depressed out here. You're gonna really be messed up. You know, you're gonna really take on that. You're gonna embody negativity. You're gonna embody low self-esteem and no confidence. Okay, you have to understand we're doing this for Yahawashi. So dealing with the plantation, dealing with your household, with women, your children. If you're negative all the time, that don't just affect you, that affect the people around you, everybody. Hey, it's not only affecting you and your body, but the person that's hearing that shit, that filthy conversation, that negativity, they're intaking that shit as well, you know? Now, it's one thing, if we're watching a movie or you're just out and about and people are being demons and shit like that, you don't care about those people. They are to be put to death, and we're going to continue to pronounce their judgment and rebuke them, right? Because they are negativity, they are evil. So you have to set your head hard against their head. Okay, we're going to continue to speak life. We're going to continue to preach the love and the power of YAHAWASHI and Yahawadah, but we're going to keep a balance as well. But when it comes to your brothers, your sisters, your family, your loved ones, where the words that we say to each other really matter, and you care about their opinion to an extent, and they care about your opinion, and they look to you as a leader, as for guidance. You kind of have to maintain a certain image. You have to maintain a certain spirit around them, because they are influenced by you in so many different ways. It gets deeper than what we even know. Okay, you have to remain positive. All right, they know what you're about. They know what time it is, but you can't let them throw you off. You can't let the negativity consume you. Okay, as you speak life, as you speak positively, right? That lifts your spirits. Music too. Music you listen to. And when Jake be feeling down and Jake be all messed up, heartbroken, they be cutting on them slow tracks, them simp ass R&B and them Drake songs, talking about she left me, and, I'm not good enough, all that bullshit. That shit brings your spirit down. That shit really affects you. I did a lesson on music, man, the power of music, man. And how music is very spiritual. Okay? You cannot, because all that does is bring you deeper and deeper into that ditch, to that rock bottom. Okay? The Lord don't want us in that spirit. The Lord don't want us all down and depressed and all messed up. Okay? You gotta be careful for these things. Brothers say, hey, start listening to harp music. Harp. It's a beautiful instrument. The scriptures speak about the harp. Them beautiful strings being played. Listen to the flute. These are things that Jake don't know nothing about. Jake don't usually go into, get into things like that. Jake know about the hip hop, the R&B. Jake know about the blues. Okay? I mean, where did the blues come from? What does it mean to be blue? You're sad. You're all fucked up. You're depressed. Because that's all it's ever been for Jake. That's all Jake has ever known. Well, branch out. All right, the Lord has given us the knowledge that this all belongs to us anyway. It's all really from Jake anyway. You just gotta find what you like. You're gonna find something. You gotta try it. Try those different things, and see what is profitable unto your spirit. The scriptures say that. You know, find some relaxing melodies and things like that. Bro, all of this thing, wine, music, your words you speak, you know, the people that you're around, the company you keep, scriptures speak about all this. This all goes into, you know, your how you esteem yourself, how you esteem the world around you. You know, scriptures say use the world as not abusing it. But if you're always in that spirit of all lowly and messed up and depressed, okay, you're gonna end up with no hope. You're gonna end up all just done, just through. Okay, what does the scripture say? Let me grab this. Let me see. I believe that's in Wisdom of Solomon, the first chapter. So I like it. Bear with me. I know there's something in the Apocrypha, but I'm going to get these. Proverbs 15:3. A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart, which your heart is your mind, the spirit is broken. Right? Sorrow of the heart. And it's necessary. There's necessary sorrow. It's necessary lowliness. Because by the sorrow of the heart, or rather, sorrow of the countenance, the heart is made better. Roughly paraphrasing, like it says in Ecclesiastes. That is necessary. That is needful. The Lord draws nigh unto him of a broken and contrite spirit. Okay? It's better to be in the house of mourning than in the house of mirth. Okay, but that doesn't mean just be depressed and messed up all the time. Okay? That's where we needed to be, you know, coming into the truth. That's what we need to remember to balance ourselves out so that we're not distracted and entangled with the affairs of this life. But the scriptures say, find your balance. Okay? Enjoy thyself. Make your heart merry. Wine, music, women. Enjoy your children. You don't gotta always be the damn hard ass father all the time. Like, bitch, I'm never hanging out with you. I'm never doing nothing with you because I'm busy. I'm working. I'm in the trenches. You know, you don't gotta be no hard ass all the time. No super serious, permanent, 24/7 stoic. You know. It says Proverbs 17:22. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, right? Joy, that's a medicine, right? Your spirits are lifted up, right? Don't be a line in your house, you know. When your spirits are lifted, all right. You know, that makes your day. That makes everything better. And people will see that. Hey, well, it also that goes into again the company that you keep, who's around you, who really loves you, who really enjoys you and loves you for you, or who's a damn enemy, who's bad for you. If you're in the house, you're all happy and all that, right? You might just sing and dance like King David. You're in a good ass mood. And this bitch comes around talking about what you so happy for, you know? Or she just says some bullshit, or she just do something to fucking throw you off. Man, that bitch don't love you. That bitch ain't the one. That's a problem. Because she should get her ass up and dance with you. She should sing for you. You know? Go ahead and get you a glass of wine. Get you some YAHAWAH. Get you a drink. Get you, turn your music up. She should build on that. It should be positive spirit. within the household. You know, your children should be comfortable with you, to an extent. Because the scriptures do say, you know, conquer not thy son, and all that. But there has to be a balance to it. You have to be comfortable in your own house. You have to be comfortable to be yourself. Okay? Brothers always got their mask on. Okay? And it's necessary, it's needful. You can't trust nobody out here but brothers. But again, going into that, I love to bring up that Will Smith interview about how he said, ain't nobody gonna make you happy. Not your woman, not your children, not your games, not your money, not your cars, not nothing in this world. You have to bring happiness with you wherever you go. Because where does our happiness come from? YAHAWASHI. Be of good cheer. In the world you shall have tribulation, but I have overcome the world. If we walk into his footsteps, if we be joint heirs with him, we will overcome too. The crown's already on our heads. We just gotta hold tight, hold fast that which thou hast. So we gotta bring YAHAWASHI with us everywhere we go. Not only wisdom, but joy and happiness as well. Because we're not happy in this world, but we're happy knowing that we're rich in spirit, knowing what we have to look forward to. Like the brother RAWCHAA always say, shouldn't no nigga in the world have more confidence, have more hope than you do? You don't got to be no happy-go-lucky, smile in everybody's face type of dude. It's all about finding your balance. But you don't want to be depressed. You don't want to be all bent out of shape all the time. Right? Head down, walking slouched, shoulders all forward. That's something that I always did. Walking hunchback, head down. Too humble. I wanna blend in. I wanna be out the way, because I'm tall too. So I always wanted to make myself smaller. I hated being tall growing up. People always bully me for that shit. You a waste of height, especially when we go to PE, physical education. You're a waste of height. You don't got no hands. You can't even shoot and blah blah blah. Because I wasn't on all that, man. I wasn't the Jake that was like that, So I would just see them words that them niggas spake to me, that them heathens spake to me. That shit affected my spirit, and that shit brought me low. Hearing that bullshit all the time. And children too, and heathen children. But I went to a damn heathen school. Wasn't many Jakes around me. Them niggas is evil. That which is crooked cannot be made straight. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go forth as soon as they be born speaking lies. Edomites and Ishmaelites and Elamites. Talking down on you, racist as hell. And you wonder why Jake just hates himself. Jake grows up hating himself, hating how he looks, hating his hair, hating his skin. And them niggas dark too. Some of them be darker than us. And they're still racist. Calling you shit skin, right? Making Jake hate himself. Because they know that Jake is the best of the best, man. Jake is out here. Jake is the best at what he do. Because they knew, and the coach saw that shit too. Jake has the most potential. Jake is the strongest one, the most intelligent one. And it just be wasted away. Because Jake is not incentivized to do good in this society. Jake is not incentivized to actually be upright. All Jake sees is, I'm going to be a rapper, or I'll go to the NBA, or I'll get into music and sing and shit. And that's it. Jake didn't know anything about trades, anything about credit, anything about the shit that was necessary, rendering unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. No, Jake was just, I'm going to be an entertainer and then I'm going to make it out. It's especially important. The world that we live in as Israelite men, it's especially important to bring Yahawashi with you, bring joy with you wherever you go. Because these people don't matter. These people are bugged out. This adulterous and sinful generation, you gonna be ashamed of Yahawashi? Like he said, you should not give a damn about what these weirdos think. These are weirdos. These are bugged out people. How do you care about what a bug out thinks? That's crazy. These people think that being a damn Mo, a transformer, you know, walking around naked and with all multicolored rainbow hair and shit is normal. And you care about what these niggas think? Come on. You heard about low self-esteem, but that shit is just madness. You know? So, you know, thanks to HALALYAM YAHAWASHI, thanks to the brotherhood, Jake is walking taller, man. Jake is confident. Like, the Lord made me like this. The Lord made me. The Lord is with me. What the hell I need to be all biting my tongue and, you know, keeping my head down for it? No, man. You gotta walk around like you own this shit. You know? Again, it's all about balance, it's all about wisdom. Right? But the nations, everyone's supposed to see you and know that you're different. Because we're the light of the world, man. Hold on, let me grab, I know there was one in the Apocrypha as well. Let's see if I can find this. This is, let me see. Sirach 13 and 25. Yeah. The heart of a man changeth his countenance. Let's grab the word for countenance in the etymology online. Behavior, bearing, conduct, manners, outward appearance, looks, demeanor. Right? So the heart, the mind of a man changeth his countenance. What's inside determines what's outside. Okay? Or, you know, what's inside is going to have an effect, a big effect on the outside. And, you know, the first thing, you know, people think about, you know, oh, she's so beautiful, but then you wonder if the outside matches the inside. Well, the reality is the bitch ain't beautiful, even on the outside. She has all types of makeup, witchcraft on her face, fake ass hair, augmented body, and completely immodest. We were taught that that shit is beautiful, but it's really not beautiful. Okay? Now, not one of these people are righteous. No, not one. Especially not a woman. But you can come to the conclusion that she at least, well, she has her head on straight more so than the rest of the world if she's actually covered up. Okay? And I'm not talking about she's fully clothed. She has pants on, she has a shirt on. So she's fully clothed. Okay, just because no skin is showing doesn't mean that you're modest. That's what people don't see. That whole thing. See, y'all don't really know what modest is. Modesty is not only there's no skin showing. Okay, only your damn hands, maybe your feet. Okay, we're not so crazy that we're gonna be like no ankle or anything, but there shouldn't be no cleavage. Ideally, a woman was, you know, would wear head wraps, would cover their hair, because the hair is an attractor as well. Fully covered up, and your shape is not visible. Because too many women be talking about I'm fully clothed, but you can see the whole curvature of everything. Bitches be wanting to show off their curves, They just want to show off how big their butt is, their breasts and stuff. You're not, just because you're quote unquote fully clothed, you're still walking around naked. It's like a bodysuit, right? They say, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it's a duck. Okay? How you present yourself outwardly, to an extent, it is an indicator. It is an indicator of your mind. Okay? There's no denying that. But we know that they're evil regardless, because they're not of the elect. Okay? But it is an indicator. So not only just what you wear, but how you carry yourself. A man's gait, how he walks, right? I was talking about the slouch shoulders, head down. Okay, I'm like, you look at a dude like that, that's not attractive. You don't see no confidence in him. We look at a dude that's just completely out of shape, You don't take care of his body. You got acne all over your damn face. You're not eating healthy. Okay, you've been smoking all day, lips all blacked up, chapped. That's an indicator of what you do in your free time, how you get down, where your mind is at. You don't think that that's something important to maintain? Right? So as it was saying, in Sirach 13:25, the heart, the mind of a man changeth his countenance. Whether it be for good or evil, right? See? Period. Whether it be for good or evil, your mind affects the inward, affects the outward, whether it be for good or evil. And a merry heart, a merry mind, maketh a cheerful countenance, right? So we're merry, not in the house of feasting, in the house of mirth, where we're distracted and just happy-go-lucky and not paying attention to what's going on. But we're merry in the sense of we have a lively hope. Okay, we know the truth. So we walk tall, we walk confident. We're very calm, we're a relaxed, calm spirit. Okay, we have faith in YAHAWASHI. We don't trip out, we're not worried about anything. Brothers don't need to raise their voice and yell. We keep our emotions in check, right? So we are of we're of good cheer. We're of a merry mind. Merry according to faith, not merry according to this world. Because them niggas get married and they start reveling. They start moving crazy out here. Getting their phone and walking around, vain as hell, dancing, twerking, loud, screaming, laughing, and everything. Obnoxious. Okay, it's a difference. It's a balance to it. Verse 26, a cheerful countenance is a token of a heart that is in prosperity. Because that's something that we talk about too, is like, you can't be out here too happy. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You don't trust nobody that just be smiling all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, it's weird. Brothers, for the most part, brothers are very serious because we understand what time it is and we understand who we are. It's always balance. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's always about balance. But it's true. It's true. And the finding out of parables is a wearisome labor of the mind. That's why the scriptures say, be not righteous over much. Why shouldst thou destroy thyself? At some point, okay, take a break. Go and, go to that nice restaurant, take your woman out. Go play with your children a little bit. All right? Go ahead and spoil yourself. Splurge a little bit. You got a little extra money, go ahead and use that shit. All right? Don't max out your credit card, mind you. And don't be such a penny pincher. But you know what I'm saying, every now and then, it don't hurt. You gotta do these things. You gotta maintain that balance. Okay. All right, see the scriptures right here in Sirach 18 and 32. Take not pleasure in much good cheer. So don't be too much on that. Don't be too much on one end, too much on the other end. You gotta find your balance, okay? You gotta be temperate in all things. Neither be tied to the expense thereof. Not only expense in terms of you spending all your money, because money is a defense and it is necessary in order to function in the society, right? It's necessary for the ministry, but an expense in terms of, you know, your health, your image, right? Your mind, your mental stability, okay? Being intemperate is expensive. We're not, when we say expensive, it's not just talking about money. Right. It says, Sirach 26 and 4, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart towards the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. Okay? And it's not even necessarily a visible rejoicing. Not even necessarily you got to show everybody that you're happy and smile and all that. But through the Spirit, we're rejoicing. Through the Spirit, we're cheerful. Can't nobody, and you know, because no one can get us down. No one can throw us off. No one can take out the elect. Okay? No one. All right? The elect is never going to fall off. The elect will never be distracted. Okay? That's it on that. And then I wanted to grab, let me see. John 6 and 63. It is the Spirit that quickeneth, HALALYAM, the Holy Spirit. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Right? Going into the words of YAHAWASHI, his precepts, his commandments, they are life, the law of life, conducive to life, conducive to, you know, health, okay, soundness of mind. The words, which is YAHAWASHI, given unto us, revealed unto us, is life, okay, and it profits us, it quickens us. Right? Because you could be the biggest, baddest dude out here, a man of war. Even they're going to be crying and holding their loins like a woman that travailed with child in that day. But the elect men, you know, that seem to be that they had counted our lives for madness, right, are going to be of a cheerful and calm countenance in that day. You know. And let me see. Let's see this. Second Ezra's. Where's that? I quoted it earlier. Let me grab it real quick. It's the 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse. Matter of fact, I'll grab this. Second Ezra chapter 9, I'll start at verse 18. And now when I prepared the world which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me. For then everyone obeyed, but now the manners of them which are created in this world considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. Right? Again, it's Yahawadah that brings us joy and happiness. You know, we had a dude come up to camp this past Saturday talking about, do we really need a book? No, it's about intuition. Let people live, and we intuitively know, which is really some female shit talking about intuition, right? You just intuitively know right and wrong. That's a damn lie. Because the Lord has made man upright, but he has sought out many inventions, like it says in Ecclesiastes, I believe, chapter 7, the last verse. Okay? So we consider the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. No, you need the vision of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You need guidance. The ones that have gathered faith for a treasure, dealing with the elect. Okay? And no one else, which sets us apart. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. Shalom, dew of thy youth, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. And let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So you have to always remember these words. The word of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI is quick and powerful. You have to always remember these words, and constantly affirm and reaffirm and remind and keep in remembrance these words, for they are life and truth. This is what's going to build you up and keep you going to endure to the end. For with great labor have I made it perfect. So that was it on that. So I'll go ahead and close it out right there. I pray this lesson is edifying, exhorting, and uplifting to the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, QADASH. Bestowed upon me to bring out this lesson and push forth this word. Keep pushing, keep praying, keep fasting, keep enduring, keep striving for the truth unto death. And YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI shall fight for thee, and keep abiding in the faith. Abad, Babal, Kwam Yashua, let's stay strong, almost home. Shalom, Barakim, we'll have a prayer, and peace and blessings to the elect. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, represent we may be part of that number. Thank you for tuning in. And a blessing and blessing be upon your households. Habatam, love y'all. And blessings, honor, glory, and power be into YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Sam Yad, Wa, Lai, Walamiyam, always and forever. HALALYAM, love. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.